Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're back.
Amidst the frantic search for the missing victim's head, a new threat looms over the city.
Go away.
The rising floodwaters unleashed by the storm.
What am I coming for? Oh my god.
The old fish market.
Oh crap,
the
yeah.
epicenter of the gruesome discovery,
clean and the teapot's
now
empty.
lies submerged. Its dark
So is it? I assume it's happened, but I assume it's happened like a week ago.
Solving the heinous crime.
Tea's called the aroma of strawberries.
Surge, locals dread the possibility that body parts may be further dispersed throughout the city, carried by the swift currents.
Oh my god, I'm just finding everything.
This grim prospect fuels the mounting terror gripping the community, only adding to the fear that the perpetrator, emboldened by anonymity, may strike again.
Something is very off.
Amidst the chaos and uncertainty,
Don't think it's to do with
tirelessly
Felix.
to assuage public fears, urging citizens not to succumb to panic. While the floodwaters present an obstacle to the investigation, law enforcement remains
I don't think it's
undeterred in their
Felix at all.
pursuit of justice. With a growing list of suspects,
I feel like
under
that's just
scrutiny,
too suspicious.
every effort is being made to apprehend the perpetrator and bring closure to the grieving community.
Oh my god. Can't be. Too suspicious. Don't look in here. No. It says check around and downstairs. Okay, I've checked downstairs. The smashed mirror, yeah. What happened there? Something is definitely off and I don't like it. Where am I supposed to check? I'm sure I've checked everything. Checked all this, all this. Checked that. Checked all this. What's all? That cake looks good. I am so confused. That's all of downstairs checked. How am I supposed to get this out? Am I supposed to know that? I think. Is it going to be the priest? (1908, 1917). 1908, 1917. What? What have I missed? Shit. 10th of February 1948. Maybe it's that. So 10, 02, 1948. What was it, 1948? Wait. Alright, 0610. $1948. No? Oh my god, how am I supposed to get it? There's literally nothing else around, man. This is the only thing I can see. 0610 1948. Oh. Oh, 610. Oh, shit. 1940. Oh, wait, no, because they're American, aren't they? They do the day afterwards. So is it 10? Blooming Americans, man. Get your dates the other way around. Get your dates proper. Come on, man.
Despite his betrayal of vows, my prayers were for Josiah's soul and the safety of the innocent child. In the heat of the moment, driven by jealousy, a man may succumb into the depths of depravity, committing the most abominable acts.
Abominable.
Could Josiah's hands be tainted with blood?
Maybe. Maybe. Oh wait, no, it said don't answer it. At this hour? It said don't answer it. Why am I answering it? Good evening, Fathom Fires. Honestly, I wasn't expecting you to answer. Good evening. What seems to be a trouble? Don't worry, I'm an old bachelor. No dame waiting at my doorstep. Got all this time in the world. Speaking of holy matrimony, Father, why the collar but no ring? I mean, look at you, young and dashing, well-spoken and well-respected around the parts. Surely you're due for some company. Come on now, don't play coy. We're all men here. Red blood pumping through our veins and all that. Sometimes the earth hits like a freight train. And when you're parched, only the kiss of a beautiful redhead with green eyes can quench that thirst. Please, I get the gist. You're here to talk about the victim. Actually, I'm here to talk about you and your fellow clergymen. I don't play favourites. In my book, every one of you is a suspect. All of you had something to do with Marina, but only one of you killed her. I just hope whoever did it showed mercy and spared the child. We still don't know who the father is, but I've got my hunches. My sights are set on Father Josiah, always stumping around, half in the bag with a temper to match. Not exactly saintly behaviour, if you ask me. I tried having a chat with him earlier, but he was too deep in the bottle to make sense. We saw him sitting in the rain, his car packed with all sorts of odds and ends. Saw a teddy bear in there, fresh off the shelf. Got me wondering, what's a priest doing with a teddy bear? And then there's this new shiny strip baby stroller. Naturally, I took the liberty of poking around with my boys. I admit it was a bit shady without a warrant, but hey, you did the same thing earlier, didn't you? Yes, I admit I also saw the teddy bear and had a look inside. Appreciate for your honesty. However, you've been nosing around a bit more than you. We've been nosing around. We took the liberty to snoop around every nook and cranny, and let me tell you, we found a lot of evidence. Love letters dripping with passion between Marina and Father Josiah, little trinkets and souvenirs, even books on fatherhood. Quite the treasure trove, I must say. Now picture this. A young priest tangled up in an affair and a pregnant woman. They keep slipping through my fingers, but then one night she vanishes, only for us to stumble upon her hacked-up corpse. Alongside her remains, a solid oak chest belonging to the church, where her lover serves, Father Josiah. He's drowning his sorrows in the rain, clutching a bottle to dear life. Is he the father? Could he plunge a knife in her heart? Now, ease up. I'm not slapping the cuffs on him just yet. It's just a theory, a way of connecting the dots. After all, could say the same about you, couldn't I? What? You're rattled, Father. I can see it plain as day. The blank stare of yours. Like you've seen things you wish you hadn't. You've just rolled back into town, haven't you? My boss caught wind of your little trip. Saw you slinking back from the outskirts. Funny how nobody noticed you slipping away. I must admit, I'm itching to know myself. Were you transporting something in the back of your truck, Father? A hefty oak chest, perchance? I refuse to answer any questions, please leave. Are you hiding something, Father? You're shaking. Did you do something to her? Where's her baby? What have you done, Father? That's a name! That's a name! Enough, the church will take care now, please leave. We found her head, Father. The coroner said like it was done with a hacksaw. That's telling us a lot about the killer. It's one thing to swing an axe and be done with, but using a hacksaw? That's a slow, deliberate act. It takes time. Precision. Apologies for the grim holiday cheer, Father. I wanted to handle this nice and easy, but you and your crew have given me the runaround. I ain't fond of murderers, but I got a soft spot for those upon their sin, who own up to their sins. Seeing real remorse, tears flowing, it's almost touching. So here's the deal. You got 1 hour. One of you three need to confess. Might just spare you from this firing squad.
Captain Arbogast threatened me.
Wow.
He demanded a confession, despite insinuating that he suspected Father Josiah and perhaps Felix. I knew he actually had his eyes on me. But how could I confess to something I haven't done? I wasn't in good conscience, ready to do that. Instead, I proceeded to look around for evidence that would tie either Josiah.
Oh. Are they in my bedroom? He's dead now as well, isn't he? Felix. Oh, hello! Oh! Okay, stage 7, possession. Possession is a state in which a person's body is under the complete control of a demonic entity. This control extends to the individual's actions, speech, and behaviour, effectively usurping their autonomy. Possession is considered a grave spiritual affliction requiring the intervention of a trained clergy, specifically exorcists, who employ ritual prayers and sacraments to liberate the possessed individual from the influence of the demon and restore their spiritual well-being. Wow. Crazy.
Christ, that damned fool.
But
I was incredibly lucky that the blade didn't touch any of my vital organs.
Jesus. That's a big blade, man. Jesus. I better patch up this wound. I need something sterile and something to soothe the pain. Okay. This will do. No more pills. Not yet. Oh. Why not? Oh. Oh, it's the alcohol.
I patched the wound as best I knew how. It was sort of painful, but not as painful as the realization that my friend, Father Josiah, may have been the one who murdered Marina. It was at that moment that I decided to call the police and voice all my concerns.
Call Captain and voice my concerns. I'm wounded, he's drunk, violent and armed with a knife. Don't feel safe at all. Okay. I have to go downstairs. Hey! Sorry for not joining you in the prayer. I had something important. No worries, but wait a second. Good heavens, what happened to you? You're wounded. You alright? You look dreadful. Price, you should see a doctor immediately. You always do this. I can handle it on my own. Goodness, really, you need to stop. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. You're exhausted. And that wound, what happened? I'm fine, please forgive me. I feel uneasy. All the news on the radio. Oh yes, I understand the grim news. What can I say? You shouldn't subject yourself to that. I understand you perfectly. Who on earth thought it wise to broadcast those gruesome details of the murder on Christmas Eve, just when children are awaiting Santa? It's utterly thoughtless, especially during a time meant for joy and celebration. Just try to ignore it. Let's focus on the warmth of the season and the joy it brings. By the way, I must go to the convent. Important matters to attend to regarding tomorrow's service. I have to check if we received the flowers we ordered last week. Won't be gone long. Have some rest. Take care of yourself. Take some painkillers. Don't like that wound. See you in the morning. Can I use your phone? Phone in the room's broke too. What a coincidence. I'd offer, but mine's out of order. Been broken for a week. I regrettably neglected fixing it. I've spoken with someone to come by and look into it. Speaking of, I heard your phone ringing a couple times today. Made me wonder if someone was trying to reach me. Did anyone happen to ask for me? Have you seen Father Josiah? Yes, unfortunately. He was drunk, knocked on my door some time ago. I attempted to talk sense into him, but he was rambling incoherently. Completely inebriated. Poor Father Josiah, I've never seen him like this, tears streaming down his face. He kept muttering about love before staggering off. He said he struggles with alcohol, but this time it's as though he's lost control. He's such a gentle soul. Who knows, perhaps the radio reports about the murder affected him. All the gruesome details, it's difficult to not be deeply affected. Now really I have to go. I promise you'll stay clear of the radio. Have some rest, take care of the wound, alright? He's never locked it. What's he hiding? I'll force it open. So Felix as well, eh? A few minutes later. They're all against me. Need to search his room. It was stay locked. Hope it keeps it for a while. A venerable elder, steeped in wisdom, counselled a brother against sinner pride, yet, ensnared by the blindness of his own thoughts, retorted, "Forgive me, father, for pride finds no haven within me." To this, the sage elder replied, "In what manner could you stack labour?" Sleeping pills? Bottles are empty. What if Felix mixed tea plants with the pills? Ooh. Ouch. Scent of violet. Spiky. Horrible weather. Hey, he seems weird already. Okay. Interesting. I don't trust this guy. I knew something wasn't right. This towels are stained with blood. Oh, if only the phone would work. I just need more. I need more. Knew it wasn't me. Yes, I had sex with her. Yes, Josiah was sleeping with her and was in love with her and had a baby. But Felix was the real murderer. Vicky. Knew it all along. Need to find a key somewhere in this room.
The identity of the
Fucking
victims
Jesus.
ago at the fish market has finally been established. Marina Constanza. Her dismembered body has just been transported to Central Hospital for a thorough examination in a desperate attempt to further analyze the brutal murder. Meanwhile, her grieving husband remains in a state of profound shock, grappling with the horrifying reality of his loss. According to her husband, she had just given birth to a baby boy 2 months ago. The search for answers has been reluctantly halted for the evening, with plans to resume at the first light of morning.
Look at this.
Despite the grim
What kind of
discovery of the
twisted
body
fantasy are
parts,
you living?
one crucial
This is stuff
element
only a
remains
priest should
conspicuously
listen.
absent.
These are my rings.
Despite relentless efforts by both officials and volunteers, the whereabouts of the innocent boy remain shrouded in mystery, fueling chilling speculation of kidnapping, murder, or even falling prey to possible predation by wild animals. The widowed husband clings to fading hope, yearning to locate the remains of their precious child. Whatever the resolution of this case may be, his desperate wish is to reunite mother and child in a final solemn embrace, laying them both to rest in a Christian burial, albeit in the shadow of unimaginable horror.
Felix is mental. Felix is absolutely insane. Okay. How do I... I'm still missing a key. Everything else makes sense. Oh. I'm gonna say there's no way I'm praying to it again. No, god damn it. Matthew and Proverbs. Remember this, isn't it? 16:18. Fifteen 22. 16, 18, 15, 22. 16, 18, 15, 22. 16, 18, 15, 22. Boom shakalaka. It's a gun. What's a priest doing with that? Oh shit. Oh no. Who is it? Oh, it's him again. What? We'll just train him around the table.
I pleaded with him to stay away, to drop the knife, but the man wouldn't listen. I was frantically waving the revolver towards him when suddenly...
Whoops. That entire time it's not him, it's the officer. But it's in Felix's bedroom.
At that moment, I felt as if the devil had finally won. There was no reason for me to live. I was ready to put an end to it all, when suddenly...
Baby! Baby. The last confession. The confession serves as a path to reconcile with God and cleanses the soul of the penitent. It is the first step towards spiritual restoration. In the sacrament of confession, confidentiality is paramount, with the priest solemnly committed to upholding the secrecy of each confession in accordance with the laws of the church.
Here I am.
So if someone says that they murdered someone
weighing heavily on my soul.
in church, the priest isn't allowed to say anything. Surely they should be able to.
To accept, but he made 2 attempts
Right?
on my life. It was purely self-defense. However, what I can't comprehend is why I'm being unjustly accused of Marina's murder. Why doesn't anyone believe I am innocent?
It's noble that you've chosen to confess. I've been repeating this over and over. Arbogast and his henchmen are pressuring me to confess to a murder I didn't commit. It's divine providence that led me to discover the baby in Felix's room just before they arrested me. I did not kill Marina. I stand by my innocence with every fibre of my being, and I'll go to my grave proclaiming it. Can't you see? That's exactly what they wanted. To paint me as the demented murderer. The whole charade was set up to pin the murder on me. This entire scandal was orchestrated from the get-go. You've got to grasp the sheer malice at play here. Felix's twisted fixation on demonic possession. He's a homosexual. Don't dare tell me to calm down. I'm the one in handcuffs, not you. My life hangs in the balance here. Blood has been shed, and if they brush aside my story, despite the mountains of evidence that I have, I'll be facing death. I refuse to die for a crime I didn't commit. I've been telling you all along there's a conspiracy at play here. Even His Eminence himself confided in me about Felix's dark inclinations, his volatile temper. He was fixated on Josiah. He had solid reasons to kill her. Listen, you have to clear your mind and... What kind of confession is this, Father? Am I not permitted to share what burdens my soul? Since when does the priest dictate what the penitent should confess? You'll hear me out. My mind is clearer now than it's ever been. The authorities possess irrefutable evidence of Father Josiah's involvement with that woman. When Felix, nothing short of a depraved murderer, learned of this, he snapped and killed her. Don't ask me how it happened. All I know is that she visited me to discuss her affair with Josiah. I made tea, using a pack that was likely tampered with by Felix using his sleeping pills. There's no other explanation for what transpired after. Most likely, after we lost consciousness, he murdered her. You claimed that he downstairs remained untouched when he returned from the cemetery. I told you, Father, there are aspects that elude my comprehension. My mind is in turmoil. The devil has been manipulating me, you see, exploiting my vulnerable state. He instilled false images in my mind, deeds I never committed. Listen, your story still lacks coherence. Now it's time to humble yourself and confess. Damn it! I refuse to confess to anything! You must understand we are battling the forces of evil. There's a curse looming over this parish. We all need to repent and hold daily Latin Mass. The premises require an exorcism. Justice will prevail both on earth and in heaven. We must purge all the corrupt elements tarnishing the church's reputation. And it all has to start with Felix's incarceration. Whew, this is long. If this is what you want to hear, know that Felix has already been arrested. Really? Glory to Almighty God! Praise be to the Lord and the Immaculate Virgin! Why was I not informed of this sooner? And why am I still restrained? How could His Eminence, the Bishop, allow the secular authorities to degrade and insult one of the most esteemed priestesses of the Church? How dare they ridicule me? They're oblivious to the fact that I, Father Matthias Martin...
Felix, that is enough! You are not Father Matthias Martin.
Oh. Ooh! So all of the stuff in his room was me being him. So all this that happened, I think I'm him, but I'm not. So did I sleep with her, or did the father? Maybe I slept with her.
On that fateful afternoon, you received a phone call from Marina. She wanted to talk about her relationship with Josiah and came over with her baby. They planned to leave that night, yet your mind conjured a different image of her. Alluring, flirtatious, daring. In truth, she was merely a troubled soul seeking a fresh start. Regrettably, the phone in my room was broken, diverting the call to yours as we share the same landline. Alas, fate dictated that it was you who answered.
Okay.
I dare not say the murder was premeditated. You snapped upon hearing of Marina and Josiah's relationship. Her tale of their love likely struck you like a thunderbolt. The sight of their child overwhelmed you, serving as a harsh reminder that your desires would never be fulfilled. You dragged her body down into the basement, and you proceeded to dismember her with a sword.
So the sleeping with her never happened?
Your inner demons conjured up this seemingly intimate encounter with her, perhaps as a facade to conceal your denial of what you've done.
Oh. Don't show us it. Oh, and then I walked into the room. Oh, Father did.
While I was at the chapel conducting the midnight service, you loaded the chest into your truck and drove to the old bridge. You claimed to have gone to the old cemetery with the intention of burying her corpse, but the chest mysteriously vanished. The truth is, when you arrived at the old cemetery, there was no chest in your truck. That's because you disposed of it by throwing it over the bridge. That's how the currents from upstream washed away all the body parts into the city. Father Josiah waited for Marina to arrive, but when he saw the stroller and heard the news of her corpse being found, he lost it. It wasn't difficult to piece everything together. It was a miracle, though, that you spared the child, whom I found in the basement. I locked him safely in my room and went straight to the police. You were arrested right after you found the baby.
Huh.
Praise the Lord. I dread to think what you could have done to him.
Huh. As much as I hate it, this is the truth. What in the world are you talking about? What twisted game are you playing, Felix? Cease this at once. This is no game. My life hangs in the balance. Why, for heaven's sake, are you wearing the clerical shirt and a blessed stole upon your shoulders? It's forbidden. You're not a priest. You have to accept the truth and manner. You're lying. I refuse to believe your story. I refuse to believe it. You hear me? Your tale is nothing but deceit. It's vile and twisted. You are no Father Matthias Martin. Despite your pretense, you will not escape justice. You've been colluding with Josiah all along, orchestrating this scheme to frame me for murder. You're the fifth of the secular world, seeking to undermine the authority of the Holy Church. You are the embodiment of this degenerate society. Even if you continue pretending to be something you're not, the outcome will still be the same. But I don't want to go to prison. Yes, I confess before the Lord that I faltered. There are many times when I lose control. I've immersed myself for too long in the fantasies, allowing them to overpower me, and I didn't even try to resist. I indulged in sin. I reveled in it. It was intoxicatingly sweet. There's always hope. In time you will heal. Heal from what? Are you suggesting, Felix, that I'm insane? Of course, that would be a brilliant scheme, throwing me in the asylum forever. Yes, Felix. Carry out the devil's bidding. Attempt to tarnish the reputation of the church, you serpent. But mark my words, the world is transient, but the Holy Church will not crumble under the corrupt influence of wretches like you. Oh, the sacrifice I've made for my beloved church. How fervently I wish to rectify the wrongs and purge the church of corrupt elements like yourself. But alas, it was all in vain. You'll get nowhere like this, Felix. Snap out of it, you're stronger than this. Oh God. Yes, I'm stronger than this. But all those dreams have been famous and admired. I just wanted to be loved by everyone, just like you are. Oh, how messed up I am. I've made my own life a nightmare. If only I'd asked for help when I needed it. How silly of me to think I could be like you. To believe I could do anything in the world. Being so proud. I've always been told around by people around me that I'm the best. That I can achieve anything in the world if I try hard enough. How arrogant. But it was all lies. I believed them, and look at me now. I've done something despicable. There's always hope. It's brave you have confessed, Felix. Confess? I've not confessed to anything, you wretch. The charade ends now. Let's get this over with. I refuse to be taken from here. But let anyone hear this. I throw myself to the wolves as an innocent, defenseless sheep. I, Father Matthias Martin, embrace the ultimate sacrifice. Crazy. A few days later, at the Marian Asylum.
I'm hesitant to talk about this, but the rumors are true. I am a priest. I am Father Matthias Martin. And as I look at your face, your expression speaks volumes, young man. You have lived a sinful life.
If it is true what they say, that you are a priest, then I'd like to unburden my soul.
Was this Felix?
Ah, my
Nope.
child, how brave of you. Come, kneel before me. Fear
Oh,
not.
wait, no, that's Felix and he's going to have
Change
sex
shall
with
be
someone.
brief and entirely confidential.
Yeah. That's Felix. He's going to finally get his pleasure that he's been wanting. Oh, but he's going to get killed. So close. Damn. The end. Finish the game. Thank you for playing. What have you done, Father? Game by George Remus P. That was quite fun. I kind of liked the twist of that whole time I was Felix and just under the impression that I was him. I really liked that. That was quite nice. And it was short, sweet, kind of scary. I had a good story. You know what? It was really, really good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you soon. I'll speak to you later.